What's going on, everyone? This is my first supplement review. I've noticed that I've been gathering and using a lot of supplements over the years, and I've never taken the time to kind of share my thoughts. So here goes nothing. The first product I want to review is one that I've been using for a few weeks now. It is Dark Energy by Magnitude Life Sciences. So here we go. So Dark Energy is a pre-workout. It's a very, very high stimulant pre-workout, very powerful. Now, to get into the different little layers here, I'm gonna kind of rate it on taste, mixability, effectiveness, and kind of go through the ingredients. So first up on the list, we got citrulline malate. So I'm gonna pull up the label here, maybe reversed, but you can always go online and find the label. I don't have the software to pop it up on the screen right now, just kind of recording raw right now. But hopefully things will get better and I can get a new computer and I can do that. Anyway, so citrulline malate. So citrulline malate is going to be a vasodilator. It's going to help increase blood flow. So it's really great for pumps. This supplement has 6 grams, which is a recommended dose for citrulline. Not too high, not too low. It's going to give you very subjective pumps. Nothing that I think is objectively like veins popping out and this crazy gorge. Nothing like that. But you may notice that your workouts will improve and that you may get slight veins vascularity. You might be able to work through your workouts a little bit easier, maybe recover a little bit quicker because the oxygenation of the blood leads to being able to kind of work out longer. So that's the first ingredient. Second ingredient, beta-alanine. Beta-alanine is very popular for giving people the tingles. That's going to also help with the overall pump. As far as I can tell on here, the citrulline and the beta-alanine are the only 2 really pump ingredients in this product. So if we're going to rate this by pump, it's not that excellent. It's nothing that I got out of taking the product. I didn't get any crazy pumps or anything like that. Not, like I do with agmatine sulfate. This does not have that. I wish it did. Now the L-taurine is going to have anti-anxiety effects as far as I know. Without getting too scientific, it's really great for balancing out stimulants like caffeine and just like balancing it out. Then next up on the list is DMAE, also known as Denol. DMAE is it boosts acetylcholine levels in the brain, I believe, and acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter that's responsible for long-term and short-term memory recall. It was actually marketed as a drug, I believe, until like 1983, somewhere along those lines, and then it was taken off the drug list and just now can be sold as a over-the-counter supplement. So it's really great to take if you don't want to necessarily take a stimulant, but you also want to take a nootropic. DMAE is a great supplement for boosting overall acetylcholine levels. There are better alternatives, in my opinion, such as alpha GPC for doing that. But as far as this supplement is concerned, it does have some acetylcholine boosting benefits to it. Next up on the list, caffeine. This has 400 milligrams of caffeine, all right? That is, as far as I know, a very hefty dose, especially when it comes to pre-workouts. The majority tend to be within the 250 to 350 range. This gives you 400, so definitely be careful taking this in 1 scoop to start off. I would start off with half a scoop to assess your tolerance, or else you do risk getting those jitters, upset stomach, sweatiness, so on and so forth. So just be careful with that. Now the next 2 ingredients on the list, and the most popular, DMAA and DMHA. A lot of us know what DMAA is. It stands for 1,3-dimethylamine. It acts similar to amphetamines, but it's not an amphetamine, all right? So what that is going to do is it helps to short-term increase dopamine reuptake in the brain, thereby giving you wakefulness and allowing you to kind of push through your workouts. DMAA is also a bronchodilator. What that means is it's going to open up your airways to help your body be able to breathe a little bit easier. So that's really great when it comes to working out. In my opinion, when it comes to like hitting the gym and you're actually doing like barbell curls or bench press, it's good for that. I don't take it if I'm going to be running or doing anything for an extended period of time. I don't want to risk having my goddamn heart explode. All right, so that's just me. Next up was DMHA. DMHA, also known as octopamine, I believe, is similar to DMAA, but it's like they change the molecules around to make it an alternative to DMAA after the DMAA ban that happened, I believe, in 2010 after some military soldiers had taken it. Supplements containing DMAA, such as Jack 3D, as some of you may recall, they had some complications and passed away. Now, when it comes to those situations, in those reports, a lot of those people were taking more than the recommended dose, all right? In one of them, a lady was actually taking Oxy Elite Pro with Jack 3D and then ran like a 5K. So yeah, kind of course, if you do that, you're gonna end up with some complications. So definitely be careful with that. The DMHA, you're gonna get 60 milligrams of that, which is 200 milligrams of the DMHA, which is slightly higher than the recommended dose. As far as my knowledge was concerned, the recommended was 100 to 150 milligrams. So this kind of gives you 50 milligrams, a little bit more. It's relatively moderate with the DMAA. You're gonna get 60 milligrams. I believe Jack 3D has 70 milligrams, and I've seen some supplements as high as 120 or 130 milligrams of DMAA. So this is gonna give you just enough of that DMAA to kind of wake you up and get you going in the gym. And last but not least is GABA. It's only 50 milligrams. And as far as my knowledge is concerned, GABA doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier. So therefore, it's not a very effective ingredient to have in a supplement. There are more bioavailable forms of GABA out there, such as Phenibut. But this supplement right here is just, I feel like they threw it in there to kind of just as a filler. Now, what GABA it does, it's actually a depressant, central nervous system depressant. So that is going to be responsible for how your body responds to stress. Now, GABA theoretically would be taken to help with anxiety, especially with taking all 400 milligrams of caffeine, 60 milligrams of DMAA, and 200 milligrams of DMHA. Yeah, you're going to end up with maybe if you are prone to having anxiety, you may find yourself having restless periods during the day, maybe not being able to sleep that well. So they throw the GABA in there to the GABA and the taurine in there to kind of balance out the other stimulants. Again, in my opinion, the GABA is not very effective. Now, when it comes to the taste, this one right here is Rocket Research. Yeah, I don't know what that means either. But it tastes good. All right, it kind of tastes like blueberry, raspberry. It tastes like blue, honestly. I'm not gonna even show you on the inside. Ooh. All right, so you got just blue. All right, it's gonna be blue. The scooper size is relatively moderate. It's not too big, not too small. That's what she said. It's gonna be like that. All righty. So mixability, I give it a 10 for mixability. Taste, I give it like a 7.5. I give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. All right. For a couple different reasons. It's not too bitter. It's not too sweet, in my opinion. I've had some other supplements out there, especially from like Ghost. I don't know if you're familiar with Ghost, but it's not. Those tend to be very sour. This wasn't very sour. It wasn't very acidic. It didn't give me any gastric reflux, at least with like the artificial flavoring with it. Because although it's not on the label, there is absolutely artificial coloring and sweetener in there. So another thing to keep in mind when making a buying decision for this product. It does have the artificial flavorings and stuff. So make a informed decision. So overall, if I was going to rate this supplement, I give it a 7.5. Mainly because it's just, I feel like it overcompensates with those additional stimulants. I don't necessarily think you need to combine DMHA with DMAA. There's no studies that I've read that prove that taking those two ingredients together increases any efficacy of either one. Again, it's not a good or bad thing. That's just how I feel about it. I think there's better alternatives out there that do have DMAA at a lower dose with other better ingredients. And I'll make some reviews on those later. So for today, that kind of leaves us with, that's my review for Dark Energy, Rocket Research flavor from Magnitude Life Sciences. I'll give it a 7.5. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for bearing with me for my first video, and hopefully they'll improve from here. So thank you very much, and I'll see y'all in the next one.